The JKWD podcast is brought to you by Kettle and Fire. Go to kettleandfire.com and use code BetterHumanhood at checkout for 10% off. Oh, come on, guys. You know it's me. I'm just having you on. All right. It's Kettle and Fire. And Kelvin, you got this on a screenshot here.
Hold on. Screenshotting. Boom.
I got some
screenshotting.
I got some Kettle and Fire beef bone broth right here. And my doctor says I got to lose some weight and knock some of my cholesterol down. And yeah, that means that red meat is a rarity in my house these days. I can have it every couple of weeks or so, for this 3-month period while I'm trying to cut down. But this stuff right here, this beef bone broth, it hits the spot, man. It tastes like boiled cow, because that's kind of what it is. And you know what? 2 servings in this little box right here, less than 5 milligrams of cholesterol per serving, which means I can have it. And you know what? 40 calories per serving, that means it kind of squeezes into your intermittent fasting diet, and it's just delicious. The plain beef broth here, I tend to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in, but you can get some chipotle beef if you want it just a little spicy like I like it, or they got chicken bone broth and they got soups. All kinds of stuff. And Kelvin's making faces at me, so I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm just going to keep talking. But you can get 10% off your order at Kettle and Fire by going to kettleandfire.com, filling up your box, use code BetterHumanhood at checkout. It's KETTLEANDFIRE.com. Use code BetterHumanhood at checkout. Can I put this box down now?
Yeah, well, what had happened was you were telling me about all the screenshots before, and I got 2 screens on my computer, and it was on the other screen. So I got 3 screenshots of something
nothing
that didn't work, and I'm like, okay, put it back. We can do that again.
Okay, gotcha. So now you've got my big head.
But we're better now, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, hey, Kelvin, how you doing?
Well, oh, my goodness, a little Woody Woodpecker there. Where'd that come from? Man, it's been really, really strange lately. I've had this friend I've been talking to out in Washington, and for some reason, they bring out the craziest stuff in me. I mean, movies I forgot about, titles stuff just popping up in my head going, what brought that thought up? Oh gosh, I don't know. But just so you know, life is okay. I'm doing really well. I'm healthy. I'm still cute. And I'm happy to be alive. And it don't get much better than that, really.
And I guess when this hits, today we're recording on the 11th. Yeah, we're recording on the 11th, and this hits is on the 21st, which means that you got a birthday coming up, man.
I got a birthday coming up
this week. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'll actually see you like right after your birthday. I'll see you again before your birthday, but this is the episode that comes out right before your birthday.
Yes. So
that's what I'm saying and happy birthday, and you still have a full head of hair.
I do. It's thinner than it used to be, but it is still hair. And
it's not this like get your sunglasses. Josh is getting on camera under a light.
That's true, but your head has so much class, especially with those headphones on. You look really, really authentic and really like a celebrity. Now, if you put your fingers back to your forehead, you can look almost like you're we have to put that down.
Like I am a crystal ball.
For a drawing. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so how you been doing, man?
I've been good. I look around and I'm like, oh yeah, it's another day, and I must be Friday because I'm talking to Kelvin.
It's nice to know I'm dependable for something.
You show up, that means it's Friday. Somehow I always know to be here as well. I guess that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
And one day you're going to be like, I hope Josh forgot. But thankfully, you have not left me behind yet.
No. I kind of look forward to these days, man, to tell you the truth. I actually missed the times when you were local so we could just get together and talk face to face. But, technology being what it is, this will do for now.
Well, yeah, it's probably saving us a lot of money on lunch and beer.
That is correct. It is, because it was good beer and it were good lunch. And I was down to 171 pounds, which is not something that happened while you were here.
Well, I'm down. The doctor did tell me to lose some weight about 3 weeks ago, a little less than 3 weeks ago, and I'm down 6 pounds since he said that.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And he was giving me 12 weeks to do it. So if we keep this up, then we're going to be down about 25 pounds in that 12 weeks. And
okay.
I think that'll...
Well, I won't come to town in the meantime, so therefore I won't tempt you into any bad habits.
Well, here's the deal. It turns out that, as long as the habits don't get too bad, you can good habit around them. And
come on now, you remember what happened last time?
I know.
Syracuse,
I know.
right? I mean, came to Savannah.
So we're doing 15,000 steps a day, but still, definitely.
Pretty sure that restaurant should have kicked us out of there because y'all need to leave after 2 days. You haven't ordered nothing else. Sorry, but sorry.
And that's what happens when you go to the bathroom and leave me to order the beers.
I don't think I'm in that. Anyway, forget it. Play music.
Well, Josh and Kelvin World Domination Podcast, where we talk about better humanhood and teach you how to dominate your world. You ready? Here we go. So, it's finally started to cool off here. We had an unexpected run of 90-degree days early in October, but we have had a couple of 60-degree mornings. Highs around 80. It is gosh darn perfect out there. And I can't say enough for getting outside. I finally am starting to get that farmer's tan I used to get every summer. And I'm feeling good,
awesome.
Like healthy, like I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, that guy's not like sick and dying. Are you? I've been taking the baby out to the lake, been taking the baby to the library, and those things are good for my soul too. So,
excellent. I will say, however, I had ice chips on my windshield this morning when I went up.
Ouch! Yeah,
that was bothersome, just to say, But it is October in upstate New York.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So,
that'll happen.
And, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, but you enjoy that weather and save some for when I come back next time.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar with the world of like tactical pens, but this pen I'm using actually comes with an icebreaker on the end of it. They call it a glass breaker. Like if you're like stuck in your car and it's going in a lake or something, like you should be able to just poke out your windshield. But if you got some ice on your windshield, you can just take this pen out of your pocket and hammer it off. They're not seeing a look on my face as you just tell me to destroy my windshield because there's ice on it. I just want you to know. Let the record show. This pen also has a flashlight on it. And, if you unscrew the right part, it's got a little screwdriver and bottle opener and all that on it too.
We should get some of those with JKWD podcast on them.
Yeah. See, the thing with these is like you can't take them through airport security, that kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah, like they come through looking like weapons, which I
gotcha.
guess is the point. Yeah, they do
Well,
call them
perhaps we shouldn't
tactical
do that.
weapons. Well, we
Where'd you
should
get
get
that?
some stuff. I got it at Amazon,
Oh, okay.
just like everything else.
Yes, sir. So what are we going to talk about today? Did we decide?
Well, we didn't decide, but you had a good suggestion to make sure that whatever it was that we talked about, that we had action items. So I thought maybe we would just, talk about, making things in your life actionable. I want to lose weight is not actionable. I want to lose 25 pounds is.
Mhm.
I want to walk more is not actionable. I want to walk 10,000 steps a day is. So, I know
Right.
we talk about this when we talk about goals, and we're probably going to talk about goals as we get closer to the start of 2020 anyway. But our lives are nothing if not action, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, we're just sitting here sedentary, staring at our TVs.
Which we do our shit. Well, we do our share of that. Well, I don't know about you.
Well, I think we all do. Our we evolved to take rest where we can get it, because for so many years we were hunters and gatherers and running away from things and chasing things, and we are, most of us are no longer doing those things. Yeah, our ancient hunter ancestors, we could never run as fast as a deer, but we could follow a deer for 4 days and it would
It
just
will appear.
well, it would just bust down of exhaustion and we'd still be going.
Yeah.
But after chasing down a big animal for a week, our bodies evolved to be like, okay, we got fuel now, we can just rest. We got what we needed, we can just rest. And now we can just, I went to the grocery store this morning. I was going to say we can just go to the grocery store. We don't even have to.
Yeah, now you can bring
there are so many delivery services out there. We don't even need to name them. It's not like they're paying us. So we can just pull our phones out of our pockets and punch in what we want, and it'll show up 45 minutes later. We don't even have to answer the door because we'll have already paid for the stuff.
Yep.
On the phone, and we can leave a tip for the delivery person on the phone.
Yep.
And whenever it shows up, and we can just get it.
You just got to get out there before the neighbors decide that they want to come take it and borrow it from you. Yeah.
Well, and before the neighborhood cats decide that that chicken smells delicious, and before the cheese melts on your sidewalk.
There you go. Oh, I forgot you were in Savannah. You'd have that cheese melting problem, wouldn't you?
Well, you would too if you did it in July.
Absolutely. So, yes.
So sometimes we just need to come up with stuff that is action-based, and we just have to make it up because our bodies are not designed. Well, while our bodies are designed to move, we are not designed to desire action and activity. Because we evolved to need it in our lives to continue to live anyway. That's just the way the world worked for so many years.
Yes. So what? You've been talking about your weight thing that your doctor wants you to lose. So
Yeah.
have you created some particular action things around that?
Yeah, I started, I did the fit and start, and then I decided to not do anything spectacular. Just, coincided with the 1st of October, which is nice because my wife uses this app called Pacer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fitness tracker, but really she uses it for a step count. And
Okay.
they just have a worldwide monthly steps challenge. And they do it in 3 levels. They do 3,000, 6,000, or 10,000 steps a day. So we signed up for the bottom level. We signed up for 3,000 steps a day.
Okay.
I've been averaging a bunch more than that, but that's mostly because I take about a day a week to really just take it for me and wander, and sometimes that's 20, 22, 24,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So that balances out a couple of 6,000 and 8,000 step days. But I figured out, like today, I took 3,000 steps just doing some stuff around the house and going to the grocery store. And then I sat down. We usually talk for about 2.5 hours by the time we're done recording. And then, I'm probably going to spend a good amount of time just standing at the counter cooking this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But I got my 3,000 steps. And so I'm pairing that just like base level exercise with not eating like a 5-year-old. I'm eating meat and vegetables and then calling it a day. And I'm not bored eating. There are a lot of nights when I would, because I still have that day job. So, there are a lot of nights I take my lunch break around midnight or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, well, I hadn't really set out anything for me to do on my break, so I think I'm just going to make a sandwich. And darn, that sandwich is good. Maybe I'll have another. And then maybe work slow and, I decide if I had some chips or something that, this would be good. So I stopped all that. And that's a good mental exercise to just say, oh, hey, I'm not actually hungry. I don't need to eat. And if I need to fill my belly, I can just drink more water.
I've done that lately. Well, I for my routine, and I'm not really quite sure how I got to the weight I'm at now, except that I stopped eating regularly. Does that make sense? Yeah. I took myself off a schedule, and I get up and I feel okay, and eventually I get hungry and I go, maybe I should eat something. That runs into an occasional problem when it's like 11:30 at night and there's nothing downstairs left but a jar of crunchy peanut butter, which is really good at 11:30 at night.
Well, if you keep good stuff in your house, like we figured that out. If I keep fruit in the house and that kind of stuff, then when I do get hungry, I can eat something good.
But bananas for me are good. I like bananas, except I guess we can't have too many of them because of potassium or something. And apples, I like it. I like apples. So, but we do that. And since I moved to one of the more strategic moves in my life, I think, was when I moved my office to the second story of my house, because sometimes I'm very forgetful. So anytime I forget something, it means I need to go down to the first floor to find it. And sometimes if it's not there, maybe it's in the basement. So I can put on 30 floors a day.
That I don't have. I get
just forgetting stuff, So when I figured out that I could do almost 6, 7, 8,000 steps in the house when I was having a busy day, like if I'm cleaning or something, it's like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I can do that. So it's okay. so that's okay. And some of the other stuff in my life, well, activity goals, I started a income venture, we shall say, and that brings in a whole different set of mind and muscles, because I have to contact people and I have to go talk and have conversations.
Right, which is actually, that's another kind of action, just.
And we get to, we can get so comfortable just being in our environment. Look at that smile on Marlena, boy, she's so cute. Anyway, so I've had to re-engage some of those skills and just go out and talk to people. And I have so many interests that my bigger problem is sequencing the right stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got that. I've got that. I like a lot of different stuff too. I like doing a lot of different stuff too, and it's a matter of just slotting the right things in at the right time. I read a lot and I write a fair bit, and I enjoy a lot of different things, and trying to make time for all of those things and my family.
Mm-hmm. It's an exercise.
So, but again, all things that require action.
Yeah. So, the basic steps to that, I guess, is number one, once you figure out what it is, did I say figure it out? What it is that you want to do, what are the steps you actually need to do it? Because I swear, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of people, me sometimes included, when we initially start something, big eye syndrome. We don't think about what the discrete steps are within it. You don't even think about that. It's like, we're going to go from sitting still to, let's go walk 5,000 steps. Well, sometimes that takes more than just a will to get up and go start walking.
We actually, we had to consciously make an effort to do that. We when we can, we make it over to the lake, which is about 1.5 miles from our house, and it's got a 1.4 mile path around it, which for our little legs comes out to about 3,500, 4,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
We walk around the neighborhood as many evenings as we can after dinner when it gets a little cooler. So sometimes we take 3 or 4 laps just up and down our street, since we do live on a dead end and there are no sidewalks on the main street that swings by.
Oh, cool.
But we can do 4,000 steps in the evening. Mm-hmm. And that's how we did our get yourself to a few thousand steps a day.
We do that.
Yeah. But I totally threw you off course, and now you're just staring at my daughter's eyes.
That's because when she smiles, it is such an engaging smile. And, now that she's met me in person and she recognizes me on the screen, it's like even so much more fun.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of great. So,
well, and it's really cool
because what we do. What's that?
As you mentioned before, I'm wearing headphones, which means she can't hear you. So she's just your face, and I haven't seen you before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your expressions.
I forgot about the headphones. Yeah. Just because they're on your face and I'm looking at them is no excuse. Right. There's no reason. So yeah. So that's the making stuff actionable. And defining what those actions are.
Yeah.
That's big.
And we will like I said, we will likely talk more about that as we get, toward the end of 2019, the start of 2020, as we always wind up talking about, making goals and, setting yourself up for success, and what it looks like when you set goals and set resolutions.
Yes.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can expect that in another couple of months. But for now, this is what we got. Yeah.
So do something tomorrow. Well, no, actually, better.
Why?
Do something today.
And you
Figure
know
out
what?
one action, huh?
And you know what? You can do it right now. Like, I mean, I'm sure that you're probably not listening to this on a device that requires you to be stationary. Like, you're probably listening on a cell phone. So you can leave the cell phone in your pocket. You could even plug in headphones if you don't want to disturb your neighbors, and you could just go for a walk right now.
You can do that. My buddy Tony Robbins, who has never met me, but I'm sure that he has dreamed about me because he's meant a lot to me over the years. I wonder who that guy is in my dream. Yeah. One of the things I learned from Tony Robbins is there is no decision without action. I can sit here and decide I'm going to lose weight, but unless I do something right then to implement that, whether it's make out a plan or write something down or get up and go do something, if I make a decision and I don't do anything to move towards it, like right then, the decision has not been made.
That's also Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, right? You gotta.
Oh, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. And man, if you haven't read that book, go read that. Think we can get Mel on the show? Maybe not.
Sure try.
We'll work it out.
The worst that can happen, she says no.
Yeah. 5-second rule is an awesome book. I love that book. So that's what I say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's awesome.
And do it.
Do it.
So yeah, jkwdpodcast.com for show notes to this and all our other shows. We didn't talk about too many different links today, but at least you can get to see my goofy face with our Kettle and Fire Bone Broth.
That's right.
Of which Kettle and Fire Bone Broth is 10% off for listeners of this show. Go to kettleandfire.com. Use code BetterHumanhood at checkout, all one word, and they will give you 10% off. And you want the last word? Is that what you're saying? You have yourself a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Show notes and more at jkwdpodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends, and we will see you next week. Bye. A Better Humanhood production.